hypothetically happen to them if they had made different decisions? We all have those questions, and we'd all love to be able to run scenarios on our questionable life choices rather than just having to make them. At the end of the episode, the professor sits thoughtfully, pondering all the possible what-ifs in the universe. This moment led some fans to wonder if all the other episodes of Futurama after this moment on were actually scenarios being run through the what-if machine. They say that the show really took off creatively after this moment, and that the increasingly fantastical and outrageous storylines can all be explained by the fact that none of them are actually happening in real life. Whew, we made it. That wasn't so bad, now was it? Illuminating theories. This theory states that Futurama is actually hiding a ton of subliminal messages in its episodes, and more specifically that those messages are from the Illuminati. But what are these messages, you may ask? Well, we'll tell you. Apparently, Futurama makes repeated references to the supposedly significant date, October 4th, 2012, using the numbers on a table full of billiard balls. It's a little too complex to get into here, but suffice it to say, the world didn't radically change on October 4th, 2012, so who knows what the Illuminati was trying to tell us?
Well, okay.
They didn't stop after that date, though, and apparently have been hiding dates and information all through the remaining episodes of both Futurama and The Simpsons ever since. The creators of these theories are adamant that because Matt Groening is behind both shows, that he must be the one with the powerful Illuminati connection, though we may never know what he's trying to tell us. Possibly that he's a time traveler, but that is a theory for another day.
Scruffy's work here is done.
Who knew Futurama could be so much more than just one of our favorite sci-fi cartoons? Did you know all of these fan theories, or do you have any awesome ones that we just have to know about? Let us know in the comments section below, and we hope you had fun watching. With 30 seasons, some crazy stories, and a whole lot of content to sift through, The Simpsons fan base has come up with some pretty crazy theories over the years. From time traveling to revealing dark secrets, buckle up and join us on a wild monorail ride through Springfield as we unload these crazy ideas about Homer and his family. One of the greatest Simpsons mysteries and cliffhangers was the two-part special, Who Shot Mr. Burns? While the show tried to convince us otherwise that it was Maggie, there are some believers who point the yellow finger towards Marge. So why did Mr. Burns throw the baby under the bus? Well, he knew Maggie wouldn't get arrested or in any serious trouble for the attempted murder. He chose to protect Marge because, as seen in previous episodes, he's in love with her. Even if he can't have her, he saved her from a prison sentence. In the episode HOMR, we learn Homer has a crayon stuffed in his brain, and the removal of the crayon turns him into a super genius. But what if the whole family were geniuses? We already know about Lisa's high IQ. Marge focuses on taking care of her family instead of showing off. Maggie is shown way above normal expectations and advancements for a baby her age. And Bart has the ability to be smart, but chooses to slack off to help get through school with more fun. A flash forward to the future showcases Bart's career as a Chief Justice. For 30 years, The Simpsons has not aged. Well, everyone in Springfield anyway. Characters who leave Springfield advance, age, and even expand their families. Just look at the Italian Bob episode where Sideshow Bob is a little older with kids and families of his own. The city of Springfield is stuck in some sort of tesseract where time does not change, but the city is able to adapt with new technology and advancements are brought in. And speaking of time, one of the biggest theories about the show would place the whole thing on an endless time loop that would no doubt confuse Homer to no end. A theory has gone around stating that the show will end with scenes from the very first episode, linking the beginning to the end in a complete circle, and creating even more theories than ABC's Lost. Simpsons producer Al Jean has even discussed this theory in detail, hinting at it, if the show ever does end, maybe by season 50. Nelson leads a life of no good, constantly causing trouble and doing nothing to help his future. The theory explains he grows up to turn into Barney, but wants to go back in the past and warn his former self to make positive changes for the future. Professor Frink helps him travel through time under the fake name Barney, but before he can complete his mission, he travels into Moe's tavern, gets drunk, and forgets his mission, along with everything about the future, or that his original name was Nelson. To help some diversity on the show, rumors sparked for years that Waylon Smithers was originally supposed to be African American and feature blue hair. A version of these darker tones can be seen in the episode Homer's Odyssey. The theorized reason for the change to yellow skin was he was too much of a servant to Mr. Burns, and making him African American didn't feel right. But producers dispute this claim, saying the strange coloring in Homer's Odyssey was just a production error. Is there a long-lost episode of The Simpsons? One so dark they refuse to air? Well, that's the creepypasta which has been spread over the internet in the past several years. Footage has even showed up online where it looks like a dead Bart Simpson lies in a casket. The rumors and theories have built up for so many years that The Simpsons creators did a little nod to it in the season 30 premiere episode entitled Bart's Not Dead. Maud Flanders may have suffered a terrible death at the hands of some flying t-shirts, but was her whole life a lie anyway? Watching back on her life with Ned Flanders, many fans have pointed out she never really cared when Ned was injured, in danger, or even on the brink